This is quite, for me, the most terrifying audience I've ever had. I will explain that in a moment. However, it is an incredible privilege to be with you at this London chapter of the Alpha Omega Trust and to salute the amazing work you do in supporting dentistry in so many ways in Israel and here in Britain. And I believe that this is focused philanthropy of the highest kind. I'm deeply impressed by what you have achieved and what I know you have set yourself to achieve. And may all you do be blessed. But I take a special delight in being able to pay tribute to a man who is to you an outstanding colleague and a role model, and to me a great and truly cherished friend. Harold Preiskel is an extraordinary man. I know your President Andrew Ida is going to new methods of treatment, or as a founder of the dental implant program at Guy's, or as the first president of the International College of Prosthodontists, or chairman of the editorial board of its international journal, or as the only non-American president of the American Prosthodontic Society, which I think is an achievement worthy of a blessing over miracles. And of course, he is a great teacher through his books, through his articles, through his direct personal teaching, and his funding of prizes and fellowships. And anyone who can receive awards in one and the same year in Saudi Arabia, India, and Israel has to be a very unusual and a unique individual. And I have to doff my yarmulke in admiration of anyone who can write a book entitled Over Dentures Made Easy. I suppose easy is a relative term, and then have it translated into, among others, Japanese, Korean, and Arabic. But let me, however, now make my personal confession. As a child, for reasons we needn't go into, I was totally traumatized by dentists. I grew up with a morbid fear of dental treatment of any kind, and of course I suffered as a result. And finally, and we only ever broke this deadlock when I became a rabbi, because finally I met a dentist who was as terrified of rabbis as I was of dentists. We achieved the perfect balance of terror. And this was amazing. I remember putting him in his chair and sort of gagging me, and then opening his door to his colleagues and saying, "Guys, look who I've got here." And of course, a dentist is the only person in the universe who can get a rabbi to shut up. And so with this particular dentist, I formed a relationship, a very beautiful one, that lasted for several years. Until, in the end, he had to say to me, "Rabbi Sachs, I've done as much as I can. But this is beyond me. You need a dentist's dentist. You need a worker of miracles. You need Harold Preiskel." And that is how I came to sit in Harold's chair. And I have to say, I knew immediately by the way Harold conducted himself that I was in the presence of somebody very, very special. Harold really is great at every level. Harold, together with Nira, Harold is the most wonderful father, has been to Danny and Ronnie and Alon and Daphne. You took them round the world with you, Harold. You took them on all sorts of adventures. You took them with you on your international lecturing them with their homework and their hobbies. And to be at the very top of your profession, but also to be a wonderful parent and an incredible human being at the same time, that is something very special, and I salute that as well. She said, you have to go and study in Cambridge because you'll meet there some nice Jewish boys. And that is how we met. So, I don't know if you know this, Harold, but the preschools are responsible for our marriage and 43 years of every happiness. Harold, you know me, I don't understand dentistry, I just am full of thanks to you. But I have witnessed the way that you have raised standards in your profession, the way that you have traveled the world, the way you have been honored by associations around the world, and I don't know anyone who has had so many honors as you. And indeed the way you use dentistry as a form of outreach across otherwise very intractable divides. And I know you will be addressing in Israel something called Bridge for Peace, which will bring Israeli and Palestinian dentists together at Hadassah and at Al-Quds. And if there is any ultimate human condition that we all recognize, it is toothache. And anyone who can use toothache to bring people together, this has to be a wonderful sort of thing. I believe, Harold, that prosthodontics is a metaphor for the human condition. Let me put it very simply. I have argued many times that Judaism is the voice of hope in the conversation of humankind, and to be a Jew is to be an agent of hope. And Harold, you have given me hope as you've given to thousands of others, that some of the damage that we do ourselves can be repaired. We can, in your sort of way, heal a fractured world and repair some of the things that are broken in this world. And in a strange way, you have fulfilled the prophecy of Jeremiah and Ezekiel, who both foresaw a day when people would no longer say, Avot achlu bosar v'shinei banim tikena, the fathers have eaten sour grapes and the children's teeth are set on edge. Well, because of you, we don't say that anymore. You fulfilled the prophecy. For that, for everything you have given the profession and the Jewish community, and for the pride you have conferred upon all of us. We thank you, we salute you. We say, may God bless all you do, and may you and Nira continue to be a blessing to us all. Thank you.